Look, new iPads, which means new accessories for you? I'm Aaron the Ho, this is Monty the Ho. We've been reviewing iPad accessories for over 10 years now. And in this video, we're going to show you what our top picks for cases, keyboards and trackpad combos, styluses, and screen protectors. When it comes to slim cases, I love how my iPad feels in my OtterBox Symmetry 360. If you're looking for something that's tougher than the Apple Smart Cover, but you do like the slimness of the Smart Cover, go with the OtterBox Symmetry 360. The Symmetry 360 is going to do a great job protecting your iPad from any, we'll say, accidental waist height drops, and the magnetic cover will fold flush with the case if you don't use an Apple Pencil. The only downsides are that the clear back will scratch over time and the buttons are a little tough to use. Now, if you're looking for the slimmest option, just go with an Apple Smart Folio cover. I do like the Apple cases because they do fit the iPad like a glove and they do last longer, but well, they do cost more, so you do get what you pay for. But in all honesty, all the covers that you would find on Amazon from like ESR and Jettech would also do just as good as a job as an Apple Smart Cover. It's not going to fit your iPad like a glove, but it'll be pretty close. Now, if you're concerned about the exposed edges on your iPad with an Apple Smart Folio cover, then, well, get some skins. Here's my iPad mini with the D brand skin working flawlessly with the Smart Cover. And honestly, this is one of my favorite setups that I've done for myself over the last year. Like, this is just rock solid. Now, the best slim case from my perspective is going to be the ESR stand case. I will admit that it is borderline almost too bulky for a slim case, but the standout feature for me are the viewing angles that come with this case. There's 9 different viewing angles, and the iPad is popped up by a hinge on the back of the case that attaches magnetically to the grooves on the cover. That is just so smart. Now, this case covers the entire iPad and comes with a slot for your styluses for safe storage during transit. My only complaint are the buttons. They're a bit too stiff for my liking. Now, if you're afraid of dropping your iPad, well, then you're going to go with the tougher case, which I would recommend a mouse case. It will add a lot of bulk to your iPad, but will provide more protection than other tough looking cases. Why? Because the back is extremely rigid, and that rigidity is the most important thing in providing support to your giant sheet of aluminum when you drop it. Mouse cases use the same magnetic groove setup as the ESR stand case, so propping it up on your iPad at 4 different viewing angles is going to feel incredibly stable. The magnetic flap that holds the case together will sit flush with the case without an Apple Pencil, and the buttons on the case are very easy to use. My only gripe with the product are the edges. They are stupidly high, but kind of necessary given the protection the case offers your iPad. Here is the #1 thing I've learned about using keyboards with my iPads for the last 10 years. Nothing beats a product with the smart connector. Honestly, no amount of marketing fluff or Bluetooth keyboard is going to convince me otherwise. I'm sorry. Now, the runner-up in terms of keyboard trackpad combos is going to be the Apple Magic Keyboard. And honestly, this is one of the coolest Apple products that I've used. It just works so well. Now, you might be thrown off by the price, but Apple's been pretty good about letting the Magic Keyboard work across multiple generations of iPads as well as models of iPads. I bought this Magic Keyboard 2 years ago, and it looks like it's still in pretty good condition considering it gets used almost on a daily basis. Now, the best thing about the Magic Keyboard is that it raises the iPad so it reduces neck strain. The viewing angles can be changed to whatever you like, and unlike my top pick, you don't need to have a cable dangling from the iPad to charge it. Look at your iPad's on, your iPad's off, it's back on. Like, it's just so easy to use. Now, the biggest downside is that it does leave your iPad edges exposed. If you are paranoid about your iPad getting scratched, well, then consider getting a thin cover like cases from CoverBuddy or Pitaka that are compatible with the smart connector and are thin enough that it doesn't really get in the way of the Magic Keyboard. This is the best keyboard trackpad combo I've used for the iPad, the Logitech Combo Touch. It honestly is the perfect case, trackpad, and keyboard combo. It's just so great. The iPad sits in a case with the keyboard attaching to the bottom of the case. Logitech connects the smart connector from the back of the iPad to the edge so that nothing is exposed. The setup is just so versatile. In fact, it's so versatile that, well, somebody stole it. The hinge on the back of the case is what puts this product over the top. Being able to set up to whatever angle I want in a stable manner without the keyboard is just awesome. The keyboard has average size keys. There's a row of function keys above the numbers, and because this is a smart connector enabled keyboard, doesn't waste function keys on Bluetooth. The buttons on the Magic case aren't stiff, and the trackpad performance is no different than the Magic Keyboard. The entire setup feels solid when closed up because it attaches magnetically to the iPad. The only gripe that I have with this product is that the fabric finish does get a little dirty, and on my units, well, parts of it has started to fray. Now, if you're trying to figure out which product to go to, the question that I have for you is, how often are you on the go? Are you moving from classroom to classroom on an hourly basis? If you are, go with the Combo Touch because it's more protective. If you're the occasional coffee shop warrior that likes to get out of your office when you do some work, well, then go with the Magic Keyboard. Now, if you're absolutely adamant about getting something without a trackpad, then your best bet's going to be the Smart Folio keyboard by Apple. Again, no Bluetooth keyboard beats a smart connector keyboard, even if it doesn't have a trackpad. Another workaround is just to get a normal Bluetooth keyboard in a slim case and just haul those two things around. That setup is going to be easier to deal with any of these custom Bluetooth keyboard case combos that I've used. Fine, gun to my head, if I had to pick one, well, go with the Zag Slim Book Go. It's very similar to this product, just minus the trackpad, and it's bulkier. Just a friendly reminder, this is an unsponsored channel. Nobody is paying me to make this video. In retrospect, I should have taken sponsorship money, but then they would control what I say. And if I don't take sponsorship money, I get to say whatever I want. So help me keep this channel unsponsored by getting all your stuff through my links. Now, when it comes to styluses and iPads, I'm not an artist. I do a lot of noodling. That's my baseline going into this next section. Now, one of the runner-ups for styluses is going to be the Adonit Neo Pro. It's one of Adonit's newer styluses, and if I wasn't a reviewer, I'd probably go with the Neo Pro. It's good enough for my note-taking and doodling. Unlike some of the other Adonit products I've reviewed, it does attach to your iPad and charges, like an Apple Pencil 2. And the coolest thing about it, it's a clicky top. It's a clicky top stylus. This product is about 33% lighter than the Apple Pencil 2 and kind of feels hollow, which results in this product feeling a little cheap. The Neo Pro has palm rejection built into it, and the package comes with several replaceable tips. The only feature that's really missing is really for the artists and creatives that require pressure sensitivity, which leads us to the next runner-up, the Adonit Note Plus. This stylus can detect the pressure and tilt that you're putting on your screen, so it's going to work well for those who draw more than just straight lines like I do. The Note Plus comes with 2 programmable buttons, which looks cool, but the buttons aren't universal. You'll need to find an app that is compatible with the styluses in order to get the most out of those buttons. The downside of this product is that you can't charge or store it on your iPad, so get a case like the ESR stand case that has a pencil pocket if you're planning on going with this product. Now, I was really hoping that I was going to be able to relegate the Apple Pencil 2 to a runner-up status, but with the introduction of the M2 iPad with that hover feature, this is the only product that works with everything on your iPad. The Apple Pencil is going to offer the most seamless stylus experience for the iPad, and even though it will cost twice as much as my runner-ups, will last you a while. And that's kind of the thing with these iPad accessories, is they're not really device specific. Like the Magic Keyboard, this one I bought a while ago, it still works with the newest one. This Apple Pencil 2, I bought it when it first came out, and it will work with every single one of the iPads that I've purchased in the last, I think, almost 2 years now. And it's just so easy. Like, now it's synced with this iPad, and now it's synced with this iPad. Now, when it comes to screen protectors, I haven't put a tempered glass one on an iPad in over 2 years. Why? They add enough thickness that products like the Magic Keyboard don't close completely. If you need something protective, get an iPad screen protector from Rhino Shield. This thing is very thin and it's very tough. Your iPad screen is not going to have anything to worry about with the screen protector. Another benefit of this product is that it won't nuke the screen clarity of your iPad, which is something I can't say for most of the products I'm going to talk about next. For matte screen protectors, my preference goes to products that mimic the friction between a gel pen and a pad of paper. That's the baseline that I'm gauging all the matte screen protectors against. Now, so that I don't repeat myself too much, matte screen protectors will reduce the screen quality of your iPad. Every single one is terrible to install, and most come in 2 packs, which is kind of nice. Now, there was a tide for the second runner-up position, and it was either go with a screen protector that was way too abrasive or go with one that wasn't. But then I realized the abrasive one was like making me burn through Apple Pencil tips really quickly. So the runner-up goes to the graphite paper by Panzerglass. The graphite paper by itself actually feels very close to paper, but when used with a smooth tip stylus, runs a little too quick for me. The screen quality of the iPad did suffer a bit more as compared to some of the other screen protectors, as the diffraction seemed a bit more apparent to me. Now, in previous years, Paperlike wouldn't have made the top 3, but oddly enough, their product has gotten better. I reviewed their 2.0 version about 2 years ago, and that thing wasn't that great. I went and bought another set of 2.0s about 3 months ago, and it's a completely different product, from what I can see anyways. When compared to the graphite paper, I just liked how the Paperlike felt more like a pen and paper, and the iPad screen didn't suffer as much screen diffusion as the graphite paper. Now, I know that Paperlike released like version 2.1, which uses Swedish materials. I bought a set of those. They haven't shown up yet because they've had some problems with their distribution company. Sweet. My top pick goes to the Bellamon screen protector, and this is the older packaging. The newer packaging is a lot more fancy. The biggest thing for me is that it almost mimics the exact feel of pen and paper. Its finish is a bit more aggressive than the other 2 products, so the Apple Pencil tip will wear a little quicker. With a fresh install, the finish will kind of like take the dead skin off of your fingertips a bit if you rub too hard. That just kind of illustrates how abrasive it is. So that's all I got for this video. Questions, comments, leave them down there. Remember, unsponsored channel, so help me out by getting your stuff through my links. Thanks for watching.